So with the recent episodes of Dragon Ball Super now revealed for episodes 38, 39, and 40, people are wondering what may happen towards the end of the Universal God of Destruction tournament. Joining me here today is JR Saiyan, and today we're going to be talking about the possibility of having Monaka go toe-to-toe against Universe 6's Champa. Now, this is a theory that, again, could prove to be false, but it's just mere for speculation purposes. Now, I want to ask you, JR, given the circumstance that we do understand, and by the way, guys, before we begin, there will be lots and lots of spoilers in this video, so I hope you guys just don't misconstrue any of the information, and you've been warned, so don't cry in the comments about spoilers being given. So either just tune out, fast forward the video, or just simply don't watch it until, you know, the episodes come out. So now that you've been warned, following my question would be, Mr. JR, do you believe that towards the end, since Champa wants to kill everybody for misrepresenting him, and obviously he feels embarrassed. I mean, he's a god, bro. He just selected several beings to represent him in this tournament, and they failed. So I wanted to know from you, given the circumstance that if indeed Goku does defeat Hit, that means that, you know, Universe 6 is completely eliminated, they're gone. So with Champa being as angry as he is, do you feel as if someone like Monaka is going to step in to calm Champa down via having to fight him? Because if you really think about this, Monaka has been sitting there, he's been prepping the entire time, he literally hasn't done anything. And for Akira Toriyama to introduce this character as someone who is supposed to be worthy to someone like Beerus, do you think it's possible for someone like Monaka to step in and prevent Champa from killing his team? Because in an essence, it's almost as if Champa is trying to, you know, redeem himself by having his name and not be glorified by these people after losing. So someone like Monaka stepping in and saying, you know what, I'm not going to allow you to kill these people, and if you want to do so, you're going to have to go through me. So what are the odds of someone like, you know, Monaka stepping in and, you know, challenging Champa to a one-on-one match, whether it be a sparring session or whether it be Champa wants to represent himself within this tournament and, you know, having to fight for his own title? You know, like what are the odds of having Monaka fight Champa in this case? Because we've seen, well, I mean, we haven't seen, but we've heard of Monaka fighting Beerus, and he gave Beerus a great run for his money. So what are the chances of having someone like Monaka face off against Champa after episode 40?
All right, so the possibilities, I want to say it's about a 50-50, because it's such a sought out theory. A lot of people in the community have been you know, scrambling over this thought, because like you said, Monaka has not done anything at all.
Not a single thing.
Except just sit there and, I don't know, do nothing.
Just
right?
days off into the distance. Dude, he hasn't even blinked.
Exactly. So Toriyama wouldn't just put him there just to have him there as a statue. He has to be some use, and he's supposed to be the super powerful fighter that, you know, rivaled Beerus, and Beerus and Champa are pretty much, you know, brother and brother, so they're pretty much around the same. So I would assume, we don't know who's stronger, right? Do we?
And remember, guys, Beerus can't really technically fight Champa because, as stated before by Vadus and Whis, if they fight, the fabrics of the universes could collapse, because as we saw when they fought, when they were exchanging blows, the ground around them was disintegrating, and that's saying something, because that's how strong they are. So, do you think that, I mean, given the circumstance that Universe 6 is now completely eliminated, do you think it's still possible for Monaka to fight, or is he gonna, like, just completely be sidelined and we won't even see him fight at all? Because obviously Champa wanted to kill Frost. A lot of people may not remember that. Frost completely embarrassed Champa, and he wanted to kill him off, but it was Vegeta that kept him in, because Vegeta said, you know what, don't kill him, let me do the honors of beating his ass, and that's exactly what he did. He knocked him out. So Champa agreed. But now, since the entire tournament's over, there's no reason in the world for Champa not to kill anybody, because he is pissed. I mean, when Champa doesn't get it his way, he cries. So do you think Monaka can, like, possibly stand up against him? Because, I mean, it takes a lot to stand up against the god, and it takes even more to stand up against them and actually, you know, be somewhat on par with them in terms of power. Now, Beerus never respected anyone, not even Goku, until, you know, Monaka showed up. I mean, he treats Monaka with somewhat an ounce of respect. I mean, and that's because, you know, supposedly he gave him the greatest fight of all time. Some people might refute that. Some people might say, oh, well, Monaka's a shit character, Monaka's a scam, Monaka's fake, Monaka's not even there, Monaka's a piece of trash, Monaka's not really the strongest fighter, Monaka's like Yamcha, Monaka's worse than Yamcha. But I want to know from you, like, since he's been sitting there, he's been, like, in and out of consciousness, whatever the case may be, do you think that we might see a possible Monaka versus Champa fight? And if that does happen, how do you think that fight would even, like, just go about? Because here we have a god going up against the unknown Monaka. So, like, if they did fight, however, who do you see winning this?
I don't feel like there'd be a winner. It wouldn't be the type of fight that there'd be a winner. This is how, if they would fight, this is how it would play out. They would fight, and while they're fighting, the Universe 6 fighters escape, and they're in the pod, in the cube, and they escape somewhere into wherever, I guess, Hit takes them, right? That's what I would think would happen, because I don't feel like there'd be a clear winner, you get me? I feel like it'd be a distraction.
I mean, but how much of a distraction do you mean?
It would be a pretty good distraction, but if they were to actually straight up fight, I feel like if that were to happen, Monaka would probably buy time. I don't think he would be able to beat Champa because he wasn't able to beat Beerus. So you don't think
Monaka can defeat Champa?
No, barely.
Okay.
Because he wasn't able to beat Beerus.
I mean, in an essence, I do feel as if... I mean, again, some people are theorizing that it might be Gohan, even though he is at the conference, and it's pretty weird on how he would get there, because you do need that cubicle to get there.
Yep.
Again, some people are saying it's Gohan. Some people are saying that it's possibly the return of Future Trunks, which I really, really doubt, but hey. But my best guess is either Goku's still in the ring, either that, or definitely Monaka, because I mean, again, guys, this is just mere theory and speculation here.
Piccolo, dude.
But it could be Piccolo. I mean, but Piccolo gets slaughtered. But having Monaka at least showcase something would be very, very good for us, because
yes,
you know, building off of the future, we get to have a video game that incorporates his character, and we would have like a definite move set as to what he does and stuff. Again, the Nipple King, I do think that he will serve a purpose. And in my humble opinion, I do believe that if the situation boils down to what we just said it would be, I think that Monaka would fight Champa, and I do think possibly it would be broken up by Whis and Varus, because the tournament's over and there's no like real reason for Champa to even go all out, because yeah, I understand he's upset, and he is a huge crybaby. I mean, I love Champa's character so much because he's such an arrogant asshole, and if he doesn't get it his way, he'll bitch, moan, cry, and complain about it until he gets it his way. I mean, we've seen it several times when, you know, the dome was broken and like the ring was busted. Champa would like argue with his brother over and over and over again, and these dudes were about to kill each other. So I think if Monaka steps up and he's like, yo, shut your mouth and quit crying because you've been crying this entire time, I don't think someone like Beerus would even care. He'd be like, all right, well, I mean, I had a fighter sit here the whole time. He hasn't even fought. So, I mean, if you want to run your mouth, why don't you fight my fighter and see how that plays out? So,
true.
It could be possible. But again, like, so what if Monaka does end up fighting Champa and something else goes about that? Because people have been theorizing, again, this is just mere theory, that Monaka is the evil one amongst the entire group here. Now, we understand that technically there aren't really evil characters amongst both universes aside from Frost being a space pirate and him being greedy and stuff. Hitman, like the Hitman Hit, I don't think he can be classified as a villain, because if you're a hitman, right, you're not getting paid to like pick a side. You're just getting paid to do your job. So if someone good were to be like, all right, I need you to take out someone evil, he would do it. Just like if someone evil were to say, hey, I want you to take someone good out, he would do it. That's what he gets paid for. So do you think Monaka's evil? That's the question.
Do I think Monaka's evil? I believe there's a thing going around as well with the whole Monaka theory. What if, like, you know how remember when Beerus, or was it Beerus or Whis? It was Beerus. He said when Monaka breaks focus, he cannot distinguish friend from foe, and
absolutely.
He'll attack. So what if like Champa breaks his focus and he just goes berserk?
That's, again, I mean, I completely missed that out because I completely forgot about that sequence. You're right. Beerus told, you know, everyone in Champa, and Whis told everybody that if Monaka breaks his focus while meditating, again, because Goku wanted to talk to him, doesn't matter if you're friend or foe, he will destroy you. So, I mean, even if he doesn't step up, what if Champa steps up to him? And what if Champa, what if Champa's like, hey, you're not moving, you're not blinking, what are you doing? And then that right there causes, an uproar. Monaka to just break focus and attack him.
Dude, that'd be pretty funny. Not gonna lie.
That would be pretty funny because like Champa's getting in everybody's face. He's looking at Goku. He's like, "Oh, you cheated because you're using all these transformations. Vegeta sucks. Piccolo sucks. You all suck. My brother sucks. And what about this guy? He's not even doing anything. Like, you suck. Wake up!" And then he gets all up in his face and stuff. and Monaka right there just breaks focus and just attacks him. That would be great, because what if he does? What if he does end up hitting Champa? Champa smacks the barrier wall, and then he just comes back and he's like, "All right, that's it. I'm not playing no more. Step up, or it's all like again." The possibilities here going after this is just amazing, because we have more content leading up to like what's gonna happen with the next arc, and I do think that it will involve Monaka somehow. Whether or not he's look, if he's evil, then that would be a swerve that I don't think many would have seen coming, because he seems like such a bland character. He's just there, giant nipples, big fish eyes. He's just there. But if he does end up being evil, that would be very interesting, because how do you cope with someone who's so strong mentally? I mean, again, he's been meditating the whole time, so God knows how strong he is. In fact, if he does end up being weak, I will eat my shoes, because that is something that I just refuse to believe. I refuse to believe that this dude is weak. I really, really do. I will
Champa hits him, dude,
I will eat the
Oracle fish.
I will eat all of my shoes, dude. He's not the Oracle fish. That's for sure. So I think that towards the end, a theory that I have, that we're talking about here, is I think that either Monaka is gonna step up to try to calm Champa down, or Champa's really gonna go out of his face and he's gonna start problems with Monaka, and I don't think that's gonna work out. But so you're saying that if they fought, you're saying that Champa would still win, right? But slightly.
Yeah, slightly, I believe so.
But why is it that you believe that? Because if we want to put into subtext how strong Beerus is compared to Champa, it was hinted by Varus that, oh, just look at their bodies and you can tell right off the bat, implying that Champa's fat, and fat people aren't really as strong as people that are skinny or fit, whatever the case may be. It's more or less a stereotype. But she pointed out his weight, and then Goku and Vegeta were just like, oh, like whatever. So if Beerus was above Monaka, do you feel as if Monaka, since fighting someone who's supposed to be weaker than Beerus just by a little, do you think that Champa would ultimately just either be evenly matched with him, or do you believe that Monaka would be slightly ahead? Only because Champa's weaker than Beerus.
Yeah, so they're both weaker than Beerus, but I'm still kind of taking around Champa's side, Champa's, but because of the fact that he's a brother of a god, and I'm pretty sure just no, he's fat.
I mean, I'm sure he wouldn't try to eat him to death.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that. No, well, I still kind of think Champa's a little bit stronger, very little, or they're even. That's what I would say. I feel like Monaka wouldn't be stronger. I don't know, man.
Again, guys, this is just mere speculation, because the only reason why we're bringing this up is because episode 40, it states, someone being there in the ring, someone just being present, and just, ultimately, I believe, challenging Champa to either stop what he's doing or, something else. I mean, again, anything could happen. I mean, this is the world of Dragon Ball that we're talking about here, so literally, like, all bets are off. It's either Goku's gonna be still present in the ring in his Super Saiyan Blue form, exhausted after his fight with Hit, or Monaka's going to be there, and Monaka's going to be the one to just, either challenge Champa or just ultimately be challenged by Champa to the point where he just has to go all out. So, again, guys, let us know what you guys think down in the comment section below on the Monaka/Champa theory, on them having to fight possibly. Again, is it possible? Of course it is. I mean, who's to say that it's not? I mean, we're not the writers of the story here. We're all just fans speculating as to what's going to happen. So comment down below and let me know what you guys think on the Monaka/Champa theory, as opposed to them fighting in the series, even after the tournament, of course. And once again, guys, thank you all for watching. If you guys are fans, don't forget to subscribe. That way you guys don't miss a single video or update. If you guys enjoyed it, if you guys cannot wait for Dragon Ball Super this week, next week, and forever, how many weeks to come, smash that like button. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Check out JRZ Sand down in the description below. And, of course, check me out as well, guys. A lot of hype going into this. I mean, if you're not hyped, something's wrong, because
yeah, it's freaking hype as hell, bro.
I mean, just look at everything that's going on thus far. I mean, some people might say, oh, well, everything is just overhyped. All right, yeah, sure, certain things may seem overhyped, but just the way things are going off thus far, it just seems to be getting better and better. I mean, if you think about it, we haven't heard from Gohan at all. We don't know what the hell's going on with, Goten and Trunks. We don't know what's going on with Bulma looking for the other Dragon Ball. There's still so much story to tell here, and I believe a lot of that will be told within the next couple of weeks. So comment down below as to what you guys believe. And once again, thank you all for watching. Tune in for more, and we'll be seeing you all later. Take it easy, guys. Peace.